Mysterious visitors. Eva, what did you see? Zanina asked. Absolutely nothing. He disappeared. Who? The man with the imposing voice. Who else do you think I'm talking about? Before Zanina could justify her foolish question, Eva had already gone down the stairs, demanding an explanation from Lady Erica. We heard a strange voice, Lady Erica. Have you gotten ready, my dears? She asked, while Zanina discreetly made her way down the stairs, eager to hear Lady Erica's explanation. My girls, I was simply talking to myself. A man's voice, Zanina added. After a brief silence, Erica responded, Come and eat. And Zanina, from now on, I forbid you from frightening your sister with chilling and foolish stories. But lady, I don't want to hear another word. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a man appeared tall, around 25 years old, with an attractive appearance but rather unrefined attire. His features were somewhat unpleasant, resembling more a common thief than a respectable gentleman. Without wasting a moment, he jumped into the conversation. If the young lady says she heard a man's voice, old Erica, why don't you just admit that she's right? Eva began to feel uneasy at the thought of a stern man with a working-class accent having entered their home. She also noticed that he was of English descent. Zanina, on the other hand, was curious to learn the reason behind the young man's visit. She noticed that his clothing was ragged, his boots were worn down, and his shirt was stained with blood. Strangely enough, however, his hat was brand new. She tried to reconcile the man's commanding voice with his rather larger frame, and without meaning to, she smiled. Ignoring Zanina's smile entirely, the stern man continued. Joshua, would you be so kind as to step out of your hiding place, please? Suddenly, another man appeared in both movement and manner, and not particularly handsome. He remained silent, waiting for his companion to speak to him. Eva lost her patience and began to shout, Lady Erica, we're entirely astonished by your behavior. We demand to know who these gentlemen are and what they are doing in our home, uninvited. Uninvited, my dear lady? The man scoffed. Your mistress invited us. Allow me to introduce myself, Derek the Fearless, or as some call me, the Fearless Wolf. Derek immediately introduced his young companion. This fine gentleman, who happens to be both my friend and associate, is Joshua. However, he is excessively shy. He cannot present himself properly before ladies, which, as you can imagine, does not charm them in the least. Eva, obviously infuriated and panicked, continued pressing for answers, determined to learn the reason behind the men's visit. Lady Erica, what is this? This man talking about? Please explain to us. I will explain, my dear girls, Derek. Before Erica could continue, Derek interrupted once again. Sir Fearless Derek, if you please. Lady Erica stared at him with a sharp glare before continuing. They know who we are, and I have seen them before, in England. And what do they want? Zanina asked, taken aback. Derek then interfered into the conversation, his voice turning ruthless as he replied, What we want is money and acres of land, my dear lady. We have no money, gentlemen. You may leave now, Zanina replied in a calm yet firm tone. For the first time, Joshua made his presence truly known, letting out a mocking laugh. Once he stopped, he joined the conversation. Your father has more wealth than the entire island combined. How do you think he maintained your aristocratic lineage, the grand mansions in England, and your estate on Wither Island? Do you suppose it was with his meager army salary? I highly doubt that. We played fair, yet old Hawk never gave us what was rightfully ours. Money, reputation, land. We want to become lords or even kings of Wither Island. Zanina and Eva stood frozen in shock at the sheer audacity of the two thieves. It didn't take long for Eva to protest. That's not true. You must be mistaken. We are not who you think we are. Our father is a general of the English army, and... Before she could finish, Eva broke into tears. And your dear father was condemned for his crimes in England, which led to the army exiling him to Wither Island. But the truth is that here he found even more freedom and wealth. Derek smirked as he continued, his voice laced with mockery. My dear ladies, we are honest and hard-working men, but we are not fools. We will not grant your father the rewards of our labor. So we'll leave you in peace once your dear father hands over what is rightfully ours. Finally, the opportunity we've waited so long for has arrived. We don't have much time, and I warn you, we are beginning to lose our patience with all those nonsense. He said these words with a cold expression, seemingly unmoved by the girl's distress. Meanwhile, Zanina was struck by a bitter realization just how ugly and cruel people could become in their relentless pursuit of power. Derek! Lady Erica's sharp voice cut through the rising tension. I have had no involvement with the gang for a very long time. I told you that ages ago, and I have no idea where Hawk has hidden his fortune. Derek's expression darkened. His voice dropped to something far more menacing. You might want to reconsider your answer and quickly, he said, because soon your sweet little girls will be saying their goodbyes, and I think you can imagine what that means. Suddenly, Erica seemed to recall something that might lead them somewhere. She took a deep breath and said, Hawk once confided in me. A long time ago, he buried a chest filled with gold sovereigns in a secret location. As for the land deeds, I believe they're kept in his study, but I don't have the key. Derek's lips curled into a smirk. Leave that to us, he said calmly. Let's head to the study. Without further hesitation, the group went up the stairs because the study was near the girls' room. Zanina and Eva had entirely forgotten their hunger. The outcome of what was unfolding before them left them hollow inside, filling the void with sorrow and a growing sense of estrangement from both their father and Lady Erica. As they entered the study, Zanina silently wished they find the papers quickly and get this nightmare over with, to let life return to normal. But even as she thought about it, a bitter truth gnawed at her. What life? A life built on lies? With a mother long gone, a father consumed by his own secrets, and now Erica no longer a woman worthy of trust. In her heart, she was no longer a lady. She was just another ordinary woman like any other. The once beautiful memories of their family turned to smoke, and in that moment, Zanina made a silent vow to herself to survive on her own, never again relying on anyone else. Her thoughts were shattered by the sharp, deafening crack of a gunshot. Both sisters gasped in terror, their bodies going rigid as dread sank into their bones. Whatever was about to happen next, they weren't ready for it. The locked drawer inside Hawk's desk had now been opened. Zanina and Eva couldn't see what it contained because they were standing by the door, but Joshua, Derek, and Erica stood frozen, shocked by the sight before them. Nothing? You have one more chance to tell us where old Hawk hid the papers, or I swear I'll kill you and I won't even spare the young ladies. Derek shouted furiously, and as soon as the girls heard him, fear gripped them. They stared at Erica intensely, hoping she would explain quickly. I didn't. She seemed to be trying to answer honestly that she didn't have a clue, but she didn't get the chance. A knock at the door interrupted Derek and Joshua's plans. Miss Erica, after you, without doing anything foolish, could you go downstairs and open the door for us, please? Joshua threatened with an oddly polite tone, causing Erica to step out of the office, go down the stairs, and head toward the front door. Joshua and Derek followed closely behind, holding the young women on gunpoint, warning them not to do anything foolish and introduce them to any guests if necessary. Yes? May I help you? Erica asked in a polite yet fearful voice as she reached the front door. Open the door immediately! A booming voice commanded. Derek and Joshua gripped their weapons tightly. Fearless Derek, open the door! The moment a particular voice sounded, Derek seemed to recognize it. Jimmy? It's me, sir. The voice of the mysterious man echoed. Erica opened the door, revealing Jim, a young man who unwillingly revealed his inexperience and betrayed himself through his panic. "What's going on?" Joshua asked nervously. "Hawk is on his way along with 2 soldiers. You don't have time to escape. Any moment now, they'll be here." "That's excellent news," Derek grinned. "We'll get rid of the soldiers, and soon his money and land will be ours. We'll be rich for the rest of our lives," Derek shouted with passion. Meanwhile, Erica headed to the kitchen, accompanied by Joshua, and distributed bread and cheese to everyone. The young ladies accepted the food in silence, sat near the unlit fireplace, and whispered to each other. "Zanina, I'm so scared," Eva said, gazing out the window, hoping their father would arrive soon and put an end to all of this. "Everything will be fine, don't worry." Zanina tried to reassure her, but it was in vain. "Joshua! Jim! I hear voices and cheering." Derek listened carefully and then continued. "Hide, old Erica! Order Hawk to send the soldiers away and inform him that his guests are waiting for him urgently.